Hello, 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 everybody. Grand Rising. Happy Friday. Y'all know I always know when it's Friday. Hope you guys are having an amazing morning so far. My morning's going okay. It's going okay. Hey, Miss Dolores. Hello, Lolita. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Robin. Hello there. I did see that some of you guys were messaging me yesterday. It's cold. It's very cold. It's very cold. Okay. I don't know if the winter plans on leaving or not, but I feel like the winter is very comfortable here. And I think that it's time to relocate and it's time for it to have an eviction because I'm over it. It is definitely really cold. I did see that a lot of you guys are messaging me yesterday. I'm wondering where I was. I did put a message into Hey Layla. I did put a message into the Spaces app to let you guys know that I was not going to be live for the show yesterday as I was working on multitudes of things. I was working on a paper for school about juvenile justice. And I never knew that juvenile justice was just is so misunderstood. I don't know, or misinterpreted. I want to say misinterpreted. That's what I want to say. So I was kind of like in a tangle, like in a little bit mind boggled a little bit. Hey Deja, hello there. You hate winter? I do too. Even though I was born in the winter, I do not like the winter. I love the summer. I can get to go outside and be barefoot in the grass and jump around and go skating outside and all that different stuff. I cannot wait to go get me some new skates and go skating in the park. I am going to do it on the first day of the spring. I don't care how it feels. That is what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm waiting for that. Alrighty, guys. If you haven't done so already, please take a second to share to someone who cares about what's going on in the world because I tell you that it's a lot going on. For the Bigo people, I will be coming to you guys after today's show. Today, we will be discussing an update in the woman whose children froze to death. Apparently, she was partying right before the funeral of her children, and a lot of people on social media is attacking her. Her family is upset because the live video was recorded. If you're going to be embarrassed about the decisions that you make, then you should not make them. If you are afraid of judgment of the situation, then you should choose not to do it. So people are really upset with her right now in regards to the fact that she has been outside partying, drinking, and twerking on live as if she has not just told the world that she was homeless for the last 3 months. And a lot of people do say, I got attacked yesterday a lot because I did post a video. A lot of people said, yeah, partying. A lot of people said, well, she's grieving. You can't really tell a person how to grieve. I get that. But when you stand in front of, listen, losing one kid is enough. Losing two is a whole nother different thing. But when you stand in front of America and you say that no one in your family would allow you to live with them, no one in your family would allow you to help you or provide you with the help that you needed, but yet after you get over $50,000 in GoFundMe, you're partying with those same family members. That's where the problem lies. Hey, Trawana, that's where the problem lies. Okay. Because if you can find out if they can give you a warm place to party and spend the GoFundMe, they should have been able to give you a warm place for your children. She's in a downhill, very much downhill. But a lot of people say that we can't control how she grieves and da 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 da. She should be able to party and twerk on Facebook Live. No, she should be able to go and get her job application and go get her a job. There's a lot of priorities that she has to handle, and twerking on Facebook Live isn't one of them. Okay, I'm sorry, it just isn't. So Bigo, we're going to be talking about her today. We're also going to be talking about a woman from out there in St. Louis who zip tied her child in a closet, abused him, and he was found to be in a closet, tied there, ankle and arm, zip tied, and malnourished. Why did she do this? Because he was sneaking food. Then we're going to do an update of the woman who left her children for years to live in a home alone. We're going to listen to the press conference and go over the updates as well as a friend who has spoken out about her as well. So that is what we're going to be covering on the Bigo side of things. Zip tied, yes. Yes. If you guys haven't seen the story over there, I posted it on the Spaces by Wix already. So I'm going to be doing some, deep diving into that on Bigo today. Okay. Now, as for today over here, we're going to be getting into the Faith has Hedgepeth case. Have you guys heard about her before? This is an old case, but this case has been drawn out because of the investigation and how long it took for them to even get the man that is connected to her death arrested, Miguel Alvarez or Alvarez or whatever his name is, however you say it. This guy. It took them a while to be able to pin him to this, and so um, that's why it's taken so long. Okay, this is in your neck of the woods, so you know about this one, Trawana. Yeah, so it looks like that it's about to start closing out and things of that nature. So we're gonna go ahead and discuss this today. Alrighty, let's get into the deets. All right, Faith Danielle Hedgepeth was a 19-year-old sophomore at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, where she was found deceased in her apartment in the early hours of September the 7th of 2020, or no, 2012, I believe. Yes, 2012. Faith's murder had remained to go unsolved for nearly 9 years before significant progress was made with the arrest of Miguel. So he is actually from Durham, North Carolina, and they arrested him in 2021. And then throughout the investigation, multiple theories and suspected profiles, as well as DNA evidence, played a crucial role in piecing together this complex case. So, Faith to Faith was a promising biology major. She was on her way to becoming a doctor and was active in her community, as well as doing things within the Native American affairs as well. So she worked at Red Robin in Durham and had a reputation for being a bubbly and kind-hearted young woman. So family and friends has described her as someone with an infectious smile and personality that lit up a room. The pain from her loss remains in her community, and the efforts to honor her legacy is still happening today. So here's the timeline of events. On September the 7th of 2012, Faith Hedgepeth's body was found by her roommate in their apartment at Hawthorne on the View complex. So police immediately had classified her death to be a homicide, and investigators did not initially disclose how she died, stating that it was a random attack. So sometime between September and February of 2013, as months had passed without a suspect, the case had garnered public attention. Investigators had discovered DNA evidence that was left in the apartment, suggesting that the killer might have known Hedgepeth. So the FBI profilers had also indicated that the killer may have been someone close to Hedgepeth or someone from the area. So around October of 2012, investigators had also explored the possibility that Faith had been helping a friend who was dealing with an abusive ex-boyfriend just months before her death. This led to questions about whether the ex-boyfriend might have been involved. This is why, guys, it's very important. And we always, as parents, we fail at this. We fail at teaching our young children how to handle situations that are outside of themselves, i.e., friends who are dealing with domestic violence situations. How do you go about that? How do you go about handling this in order to protect yourself? Because many times in domestic situations, a person will not only go at their significant other or their boyfriend or fiance or whoever they are, but they will go at those that are around them. So it's very much important that when you're having young people that are out in the world at college and at work, that you help them to understand, especially in today's world, because children today are faced with real life decisions. Children of today are faced with their friends being in domestic violence situations. And this is at 13, 14, 15 years old. They're being faced with having friends that are drug addicts. Being faced with children that are dealing with mental health, domestic violence, and homelessness. They're having friends that are dealing with a lot of different things. Death. Children are dealing with death at younger ages today, at a higher rate as well. So it's very important that as parents, a lot of domestic within the young people. Yes, let's get those likes up. Thank you, Layla. If you haven't liked this video already, and if you do like this video, please make sure that you like the video. Okay. Alrighty. So around January 2013, the discovery of the DNA evidence in the apartment, which matched a male suspect, had offered hope in the case. Authorities had believed that the killer was, of course, connected to Hedgepeth. However, there was no solid leads on that belief. So September of 2014, there was some key details that emerged about the brutal nature of Faith's death. Her body had been severely beaten with an extensive skull fracture and cuts on her face. Additionally, there was a note that was found on her bed that read, "I'm not stupid, jealous." Okay. It was an expletive in the middle of that, and it said jealous. Okay. Afterwards, this note had led authorities to believe that the crime may have been a motive of jealousy. So on September of 2016, a composite sketch was released based on the DNA traits, but it did not lead to an immediate breakthrough. By September of 2021, almost 9 years after her murder, police had arrested Miguel in connection with the murder. So the arrest was pivotal in this case, providing closure to Faith's family and the community. So, in regards to the key evidence, DNA evidence, there was some semen that was found on Faith's body, and DNA from the crime scene was linked to the man whose identity was not revealed until 2021. This evidence had provided critical direction for the investigators. So the first responders were Durham County officers who received a call from Hedgepeth's roommate. The 911 call transmission did reveal that there was blood found in the bedroom as well, indicating a violent event. However, the specifics regarding the crime scene were not shared publicly. The case was eventually transferred to Chapel Hill police, who had consistently stated that the death was not a random act, although they had not identified any suspects. So the reason with one, there were some key things that made it a while for them to determine who is who and what is what, and it also explains the overtime of not giving the identity of this person. Of course, they don't want to mess up evidence by releasing evidence a little bit too quickly. So when it comes to the semen and the blood and things, that stuff didn't come out into the latter years of the investigation. They did have the composite sketch and things of that nature from the DNA, but even with the composite sketch, there was no definite identification. So the presence of the note, okay, is also a piece of the key evidence, which said, "I'm not stupid or jealous." That was on the bed. That was a major piece of evidence. Okay. There was also a behavior analyst, so the FBI behavior profile, which suggested that the killer knew Hedgepeth and might have lived near her, was instrumental in narrowing down the potential suspects. So, as well as when it comes to the suspect, he is the only one. Early in the investigations, authorities have focused on several individuals, including an ex-boyfriend of Faith inmate, who had a roommate who had reportedly made threatening statements. Another suspect was a man that was seen with Faith at a nightclub shortly before her death. So, the brutality of the crime. So, Faith's body was found in a highly disturbing state. She had been beaten to death with severe trauma to her head, arms, and legs. These details did paint a grim picture of the nature of the crime. The victim's personal life. So, Faith's active involvement in the Native American culture, her volunteer work at UNC American Indian Center, and her close knit relationships with family and friends have painted a picture of a caring and compassionate young woman. So, the challenges within this investigation that led to why it took so long. So, limited public information for years. Details about the case was withheld from the public, including the full extent of the investigation. This had left many questions unanswered for Faith's family and the community. No clear motive initially. So while there were many theories about who could have been involved in the lacked a clear suspect, the motive made it difficult. Not having the motive made it difficult to determine a suspect. So delays in the arrest. So despite the DNA evidence, it took nearly 9 years for the arrest to be made. frustrated both the investigators and Faith's family. So the arrest in 2021 of Miguel had marked a significant turning point in this case. So while many questions still remain, his arrest was based on DNA evidence that had been collected early in the investigation. For Faith's family, the long-awaited justice did offer a sense of relief, though the pain of losing her has still remained. In conclusion, this case for Faith Hedgepeth has highlighted the complexities of homicide investigations and the importance of forensic evidence. So for years, her family and the community of Chapel Hill had held on hope. Despite limited leads and also frustrating setbacks, the eventual arrest of Miguel had brought the measure of closure, but it also underscored the often slow and painstaking process of seeking justice for victims of violent crimes. Okay, now that's overkill. That means that this man here had this type of crime here, let us know, and they still haven't put out much in regards to how now you know I'm gonna mess up this word. Halawa Saponi Indian tribe. So she's a part of the Indian tribes. Hmm. So that also would make it difficult as well for the investigation because they had to look into the Indian reservations. So this investigation is going to continue. Violent crimes are off the change. It is. But the fact that it took them, but you know what's kind of disturbing is with today's progress of DNA evidence. Hey, Mr. Soso, you would think that it would not take them 9 years to arrest and identify this man. Arrest and identify him and determine exactly, the cause behind it all. So, give me 1 second. Now, as of right now, the case is preparing for trial. So I will give you guys the most recent updates that is coming from WRAL News. So the Faith Hedgepeth murder case is a step closer to trial. It has been more than 3 years since Miguel has been charged with murder. His arrest has came nearly 10 years after Hedgepeth, a student of North Carolina Chapel Hill, was found beating to death. So earlier in January, they did, update the records of his case, and trial is definitely approaching. All right. As of the hearing, they had a hearing for him where the county district attorney had asked to remove the case from a homicide status, which initially was moved for the case. Wait, was asked to remove the case from homicide status, which essentially moves the case past the administration stage and into trial preparation. So Hedgepeth's family was in the courtroom in January preparing for Miguel's trial and his hearing and things of that nature. He has been charged with first-degree murder, first-degree rape, and first-degree sexual assault. Okay? One reason that they're saying that it took so long for them to bring this case into a trial process is because there is more than 39,000 pages of evidence against this man. There is over 30 expert witnesses that are expected to be called to trial. Okay? This case is about to be major. My North Carolina people, this is about to be a case that you guys are about to have to really keep an eye on because when it's this amount of evidence, okay, that's a lot of evidence for one case. It's not like that he killed 1, 2, 3, 4 people. This is one victim. 39,000 pages of evidence. 30 experts. This is one of those trials that it's garbage down there, Tawana. I can imagine. That's a lot of evidence. But you got to think about it. They've probably been collecting evidence on him for years. They've probably been connecting timelines and cell phone data and DNA and what he was doing before, during, and after. those type of things, people that he possibly was connected to, people who he possibly was talking to about the situation, people who knew that he did it. It's this 10 years of evidence. This case is going to run for days and days and days and possibly weeks, because 30 experts is crazy. 39,000 pages of evidence is bizarre. Either this man, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and say that this man was stalking her of some sort, but he knew her. He knew her in one way or another and preyed upon her. You know, a lot of times people like this man here will see a young girl like Faith who is into the community, who is about, helping people. And it's because these people are easily to fall prey because they're so open to help anyone without judgment. And I wouldn't be surprised if she knew him from the past, or either he staked her out from either seeing her coming and going. She was in the community for the Indians, for the Indian reservation. She did a lot of community work. A lot. And honestly, when people that are in that, people who do community work and community services, and they are closely connected with the community, they fall victim to a lot of people like this guy Miguel. And it's because they're so interested in helping, they go into situations blindsided on how dangerous a person can be. And it's because their guards are sometimes let down because they're focused on helping. And they are not thinking that if I help this person, they will still harm me. They still will be capable of killing me, harming me, sexually assaulting me, you know? And so they kind of drop their guards a lot. And it allows them to be fall victim to these sorts of people like this, unfortunately. And it's because they're moving around the world with their heart. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you can't fault them for that. That they move around the world with their heart and they're just wanting to help anybody. And he was probably scoping her out. Yeah. People like this, yeah, they will watch and watch and watch. For him to know where her room was, he was watching her. Know when she's going to be in her room, because don't forget, she's a college student. So her schedule was probably more so the same every day. Classes the same time, work the same time, community work the same time. She do different places at the same time. And he possibly watched every bit of it and was stalking her for a good little bit. But the I'm not stupid note. Hmm. What does that mean? The I'm not stupid. Like what does that? That's what, because if he did not know her, personally, and there was no personal relationship with unfortunately, we can't be trusting because there are people out there who want to take advantage of us. Yeah. Yeah. And the I'm not stupid message could have been this: people of this caliber here, y'all, in their minds, they will be in a full-blown relationship with a person that are not in a relationship with them. Ladies, you guys have probably experienced it before, where no matter how much you tell a person that you're not interested in them, in their brain, you're theirs. And many of these people that do this have really stalker like tendencies. Where, like, you can tell this person until you're blue in the face, I'm not interested, I don't want you. But in their mind, you are theirs. And if they see you with someone else, it can make them snap, because in their mind, they have really made themselves believe that you're theirs. and that you're not supposed to be with an obsessive stalkering behavior. That's the only thing that I can fatal attraction. Yes. That's the only thing that I can think about that would make that I'm not stupid. Unless she had a personal relationship. But of course, this is one of those cases where we can only say what if, because they have been very careful of not giving us every piece of evidence. For them to have over 39,000 pages of evidence, and it took 10 years to make an arrest. And it wasn't until years later that we knew that they had a DNA, and they had semen, and they had blood and things of that nature. And it took them that long to get, they have been really careful. Women do it their own way. Yeah, women can do it too. Oh, women. Oh, sometimes obsessive women can be worse than an obsessive man. Please don't get it twisted. Like I'm saying that it's only, hey, 80s baby, please. Because listen, a woman that is obsessive of a man, it was a woman just a few weeks ago, obsessed. A man left her alone and went with someone else. She showed up to the house to kill the new girl. Yes, she killed the new woman. Women that are obsessed can be way worse than a man that is obsessed. And it's because women are emotional. And those emotions can go from I love you, I love you, I love you to I hate you. I love you, I love you, I love you until you cannot have no one else but me. No friends, no family, and I bet I never catch you with anyone else. I know where you are. I know where you stay. I know where you work. I know your car. I put gas in your. I put sugar in your tank. I put eggs on your windows. Women can be worse than men when it comes to this, y'all. You went to high school with her, brother? You did? I didn't know that. We are worse because of emotions. Yes. So and I always tell women all the time, ladies, be very clear. Men, be very clear. If you don't want to be with a person, just let them know. In 2025, it is important that you be mindful of how you say it, but make sure that you say it. Warren County High School, that's what she went. Yep. Yeah, I didn't even know that my brother knew her. I didn't know. That estrogen level can go through the roof and have them pulling all type of trickery and stunts. But yeah, I don't know. What would she be doing? I think this guy was a stalker. I really think that this guy was a stalker. Unless because they never gave us on whether or not he broke into the dorm or broke into the apartment. They did tell us that their DNA there, but did she allow him there willingly, or did he break in? Because the DNA was found in the apartment. But of course, they have not told us that, whether or not he broke into this place. Maybe, the room, is that what the community is saying? Sometimes the community know the truth. Let's see if my brother knows. So, brother, is the community saying that the roommate set her up? Sometimes the community knows more than what they tell. Sometimes you got to get, and I call them my royal reporters, because sometimes the community knows what the investigators will not tell us. So sometimes you have to get close on the ground reports. Yep. And I didn't see anything about the roommate being arrested. Nothing. I see nothing about the roommate being arrested. That goes back to the note, jealousy. That goes back to the note when they said that makes sense, because remember during the investigation, let's go back to my notes right quick. What did that note say, guys? The note said, where's my note? Okay. I'm not stupid, expletive jealous. I'm not stupid, expletive jealous. The roommate went missing after. They all went to the club hours before. See, this is the evidence. This is what they're not telling us right now. This is what they're not telling us right now. I wouldn't be surprised if her roommate set her up. This man looks like that he has an association. Mm-hmm. Has no association with her. So yes, because I'm trying to figure out a girl of this status who's out in the community, who is helping people, who is, she's helping, she's in college, and she's so promising. She wouldn't be around him. Like, we can't even say that because sometimes young women do attach themselves to the wrong guys. No. Mm-mm. I don't see her being associated to this man. And the friend went missing after because I did not see anything. And as I'm looking and I'm making my notes, I'm like, I don't see anything about this roommate. So, brother, let me ask you a question. Is the roommate like MIA still to today? Like nothing about the roommate still to this day? The roommate kind of like disappeared. So I wonder, did they take her to the club? When they were at the club, this roommate set her up, either gave this man the key to the room, gave this man the key to the room, and that's how it all happened. And either this was, yep, that's why the trial hasn't started. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It was a reason why. It was a reason why it's taking so long. 39,000 pieces of evidence. Okay? 30 expert witnesses. And still no trial after 10 years? No. Because they caught him like 2 years ago. Yes, 2021 when they caught him. 2021. And by her roommate taking a coming up missing when she was being murdered sounds a little suspicious. Yes. So this goes back to the jealousy thing. Either she was the pretty girl. Let me tell you what this is given, and I would not be surprised if this is the outcome at trial. And brother, let me know if in the comments if this is what the community is saying. She went to the club. Okay. She went to the club. When she went to the club, they mingling with other people. The roommate is there. The roommate then connects with this guy. Okay, Miguel. All right. There either some jealousy between the roommate because either Faith is a very beautiful girl. A lot of men like her. A lot of men have interest in her. This roommate probably did not have that same focus. The roommate was at the club with her that night, met Miguel, give Miguel the key to the room. Miguel then gets access because he knows that she is there and the roommate is not. And there you have it. Is that what they're saying is going on down there in North Carolina? Like she set him up in the club. She was, Faith was the girl that all the guys like her. She's the bubbly, fun, the pretty girl. And then you have this roommate who is jealous of her. Jealous of her. And this happens more than what people want to understand, where you have a friend who, she's very popular. The men like her. And then you have this other friend who is envious and jealous of her. And she will then allow or set her up to either be murdered and sexually assaulted by a man just to gain his attraction, just to gain his acceptance. because she would not be able to get that outside of it anyways. So in order to do and get this attention that she's wanting, we got to get rid of Faith. We got to get rid of Faith. That's what this sounds like. And it's that jealousy thing. So this friend is somewhere in the world just existing. And when I was looking, envy is dangerous. Envy is dangerous. I was looking and I'm digging. I'm like, what? It's like the friend, the roommate just drops off the investigation. And I'm wondering why. As I'm making my notes, I'm like, okay, they say she was a roommate, but as what I'm reading through information, it's like it's a dead zone of no roommate. What did the roommate say? Did the room talk to the police? Did the roommate talk to the police? Did the roommate that girl had a lot to do with it. And she just drops off of everything. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, why is this girl like dropping off of everything? She's missing. Green-eyed jealous monster. Yeah, she's missing. And it's like it went blank because I was looking for, investigator spoke to the roommate and the roommate said. No mentions. I found no mentions of what this roommate said. And I just I found that was to be weird. Now we know why. Do they not have a clue where the roommate is? The roommate's missing. The roommate's missing is what they're saying. Down down in North Carolina, they're saying that the roommate has not been seen. Now, where this roommate is, I don't know. I would this roommate's family is going to assist her with this? Oh, we're going to be watching this trial very closely. This is a trial. Now, they don't have a date. That's what I actually was just looking up to see if a date has been set. Hold on, let me see. And there is no, hold on, because they went to court in January. And the latest charges they had filed at the end of 2024. That's where the latest charges came from. So the first degree rape, first degree burglary. So that means you gain access into this home. How? Mid-January is that trial. They just mean that arraignment. They did that one. No. I don't see a trial date, but when they do, we're going to be monitoring this one closely. They had a recording from voicemail. Yes. They did. They did. Yeah. So the roommate might have been killed too because she knows too much. I doubt it. I think this roommate just picked up and left somewhere. Y'all think she's been deleted? Killed her too? No, I don't think she's deceased, guys. I really don't think that she's deceased. Yeah, it's featured. Yeah. Her story is big. Yeah. Hedgepeth's story is huge, guys. It's not one of those small cases. That's why I said this is going to be a big case. This is a very major case out there in North Carolina. And it's starting, I remember it when it was kicking up years ago, but it's starting to get rev up again because it's getting up. We're getting ready for trial. You've been missing us. Miss you too. The roommate from up north. She better not be up here. She better go on. She better go on. We're gonna have to dig into her. Brother, if you know her name, send it to your sister. I find her. I find her. If you know her name, just send it to me. Be a royal reporter for your good sister and send me that child's name. And y'all know I find her. I find her. I find her. It shocked our hometown because we are a very small town. Yeah, the roommate may be in hiding. I think she's in hiding too. I think that she's in hiding. I don't think that she's deceased. I really don't. I really don't think I think this person has went on with their life, probably even changed their name. Savage is on the case. Yeah. I'm gonna find this girl's name. Oh, you wait. Oh, I'm gonna find it. We probably have to do a part two. We have to do a part two. We're gonna have to. Okay. Um, we're gonna do a part two because first of all, we got to make sure that we have all our ducks in a row to prepare for trial. But we are going to watch this trial. We had a couple of trials that we have going to be watch. We're going to be watching Madeline Soto, Naziah Harris, Faith Hedgepeth. We're watching all three of these trials, and something tells me that all three of them are going to kick up around the same time. So we're going to be watching both of all three of those cases. Someone has seen her. Yes, someone. Is that near Fort Bragg, Rock Hill? I don't think so. Is Rock Hill near Fort Bragg, guys? No, I think Fort Bragg is near Charlotte, ain't it? I'm a military spouse and don't know. That's sad. Is that's not by Fort Bragg, is it? No, I didn't think so. I think Fort Bragg is more closer to Charlotte. Am I correct, North Carolinians or Carolinians? Am I right? Let me know. I don't believe she is either. Chapel Hill. Okay. Chapel Hill. Okay, okay, okay. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Well, that's today's show. Bigo, I'm on my way to you guys. Today, we have an update in the case of the woman whose children froze to death in Detroit. A very quick update. Then we're going to do the update into the woman who left her children alone in the house for years. The children were so malnutritious and their bodies were deteriorating so much that their nails had begun to grow too long for them to even walk. Um, they were covered in feces and things of that nature. And we're going to get into that case today. And then our final case is the woman who zip tied her 5-year-old son and put him into a closet. We're going to get into that case as well as listen to what a friend had to say. We're going to read the police report in regard to that case as well. Okay. Um, Make sure that you guys are staying on updated to savageroyalty.com as we will have an exclusive content coming for you guys this weekend, okay, that will be posted this weekend. So make sure that you are keeping updated to the Spaces by Wix. Am I in that Bigo group? Bingo group? What bingo group? Nuh-uh. I don't think you're on Bigo. Bigo is a live streaming app. But what I am going to try to do today, and I thought about it, I'm going to try to record my Bigo show while I'm live. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Bigo is a whole nother different monster. See, I clean it up a little bit over there, me over here, because of course this is YouTube, so I can't get too brutal. But I do cuss these people out on Bigo, okay? I cuss these criminals out and these mothers out and these fathers out. I'm telling y'all right now. So I cuss them out and let them know how I really feel. I cuss them out for the people because I know that when we hear stories like this, we be cussing at our TVs and ready to throw our remote controls. So I do it for you over there. And just letting blowing some steam off for us all because a lot of these cases will make you frustrated in regards to um spell it. Bigo, Bigo. Not y'all coming over there with the toxic y'all we coming over there. I want to see the toxic one. I'm here for that one. Look at y'all. Look at Miss Funk. Miss Funk, like, here we go. Miss Funk watches me over there, y'all. She's like, come on, Savage, let's go. It's time to go home. It's time. Bigo. It's very toxic, y'all. It's very toxic. I clean it up over here because, of course, this is YouTube. This is a whole nother different, thing. But on Bigo, it does allow me to kind of like cuss these people out and just and read them for us all because they piss me off when they do sick and sadistic stuff. Like, why would you zip tie your 5-year-old son because he was sneaking food? If your child is sneaking food, apparently you're not feeding him enough. So she's going to get cussed out today. The mother who found time to party, okay, but couldn't find time to find a roof with the same family that couldn't give her a roof, she's going to get cussed out today. The mother who left her child alone, left her children alone in a home for 3 years, she's going to get cussed out today. So I'm going to cuss them all out today. Okay? They're getting cussed out today. Word, this is my last day home. So, oh, you go back to work? You everywhere. You are everywhere. Yeah, you are everywhere. They are not ready for Bigo. Y'all don't think they ready for Bigo? Desirable Cakes is trying to tell y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. All right. I don't know if I think I want to keep y'all over here. I think I want to take you. You know how you have, y'all I have to those are the savages over there, y'all. Bigo are my savages. You guys are more royal, more calm and reserved and nice. I don't want to taint you guys. Okay? I don't want you to be the savages. I love them. But you guys are like y'all are the royals. Like y'all are like, very calm and delicate and sweet and I can really talk and be professional with you guys. Over there, I gotta be a savage. I gotta curse people out. I don't want to do that. Not our little savage royalty. Yes, I have. It's different already signing up. Sorry. Just defiant. Yes, this is a safe place. See, Desirable Cakes watches me on Bigo. My Bigo people that watches me over here, they like watching me over here because they can enjoy the show and they don't have to worry about the craziness. They can literally enjoy the show, get the information, have a conversation like adults, and they don't got to worry about the trolls. They don't got to worry about no interruptions. It's like a real show. Over there, I may have to pause. A troll may come bothering me. You never know. We can really have nice, clean fun over here. So they like to come over here and really they can be calm and quiet. I've been tainted. Savage on steroids. So yes, y'all. Over there, I will cut some people out. Now, what I am going to do, as I was saying, um, trolls be messing with their vibes, y'all. Especially in my live. It's because I don't get a lot of trolls, but when they do come, when they annoy me, they annoy my viewers and my royals over there. So they get annoyed with them. And they be in the comments really about if virtually stumping somebody out was done with your hands and words, that's what they do. The person they don't have no chance. By the time they even prepare for a second comment, they done got knocked by about 10, 20 comments. About 10 comments and tagged them. So what I am going to do though, if you're not on Bigo, I'm going to test today. I'm going to record it through StreamYard while I'm live, and I'm going to edit it into a show for Spaces or for the app for the exclusive content. And that way, if you miss a Bigo show, you will be able to watch it on Spaces. So I'm going to test it for the first time today. And if it goes well, I'm going to post it and edit it for you guys. And we're going to do that all throughout the week, okay? To be able to keep you updated on everything that I have going on, my videos and everything, okay? So you don't miss nothing. So we're going to test that today. How can I find you, please? Not you over there searching me. You just type in Savage Royalty. I am the only person over there with that name. And just type in Savage Royalty. That's all you type in. No Y at the end. Don't come for our queen, period, at all. Alrighty, guys. I'm about to go to Bigo. And I start Bigo at 11 a.m. So we got about 9 minutes. I gotta go get this cover photo done. And then can I get your handle? That's what it is. Savage Royalty. Talking about some nah. You think I'm lying? That's my handle, for real. Just type in all together. Savage Royalty, no space. That's my name. If you want to space this app, I'll drop the link in there. How about that to make it easier? I'll drop the link to my page if you're on the Spaces app. I don't know if you're on there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's just Savage Royalty all together. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching True Crime with Savage Royalty.